Let's discuss.
Hey everyone, it's Rachel back again with another reaction video, and today I will be checking out the third single taken from Counterparts' upcoming album, A Eulogy for Those Still Here. The single that I'll be checking out today is called Bound to Burn. I've talked a lot about how excited I am about this album in the videos I've made for the two existing singles. That still stands. It's hard to pick. I think Whispers of Your Death is my favorite single, but they've been hitting for me. Very stoked for this album. So I will link all of Counterparts' social media as well as the music video or visualizer I'll be using in this reaction in the description. Other than that, I'm going to stop talking and we are going to get straight into it. Ooh, I love that. The placement of that rap too. Counterparts, Bound to the Burn. Let's discuss. This for sure my favorite of the singles though thus far, which it's been a progression like that. Each one, when the first single dropped, Unwavering Vow, I was like, Counterparts is back, we're going for this. But then once Whispers of Your Death came out, I much preferred that track. And now that this is out, although I will say that Whispers of Your Death and Bound to the Burn, I think I'll hold differently, because Whispers has such a heavy emotional feel, while it's very much got all of the qualities that I love about Counterparts. This new track has when it comes to the drumming, the riffs on this, the main riff was insane. I loved it, but also the placement of that last riff that I was talking about in the breakdown, like that different sort of feel. The production on this whole song, all of the singles, of course, as expected, has been top quality, which I feel like is really, really important with the qualities of Counterparts that I love so much, and with them being a melodic hardcore band, because you're getting, like I was mentioning with the drumming in this track, there are parts of it that just feel so relentless, like just beating it up, and then it lets off into like the way that it hits when it, if I could say one more time as I just did. But with those parts, if it didn't hit as hard and as clean, and I don't think that where it lets off would have as much of an impact, if that makes sense. And I feel like that's a common theme throughout what Counterparts does. But at the same time, as they still are very true to their sound, these new singles still feel refreshing. It's not like, oh, okay, here's Counterparts gonna do, this is gonna be a riff that I've heard already in the, it's not like that at all. It's still a very refreshing sound for them. It's still able to, I'm not sure, it doesn't feel like a band that's had to change their sound too much, but it also doesn't feel like we're like clinging on to the old Counterpart sound. This material is new and refreshing and still has stuff that's a bit different, and that we're not quite expecting stuff like that. So I'm very much on board with this album. It's gonna be, so 156 had been the album I was talking about that was, looking like the contender that could come compete with Fit for an Autopsy, which I'm still not quite sure where that plays out. This would be The Devil Wears Prada and Counterparts are, I believe, the only two announced right now that I'm expecting to really be a problem in that top 5. So these singles have been getting better and better with each one that has come out, which is very exciting. The album I'm expecting to be Counterparts quality, which the singles have been. So let me know what you thought in the comments. If this has been your favorite single, talking is difficult. If this has been your favorite single as well, and if not, which one has been. I will link all of the pre-order information I can find and all of Counterparts' social media in the description, as I mentioned in the intro. Other than that, you can also find my Linktree, which will have the invite for the Discord server. We've got music-related conversation and channels, the Last FM stats, new music listening parties, and spoiler threads of various things like that, but also channels for conversation unrelated to music, gaming, PCs, all sorts of stuff. So if you're interested in coming to join, check that out. That will be there, as well as my Instagram profile link. On my Instagram, it's all music-related stuff, shows, what I've listened to the most in terms of music each week, merch, all that sorts of stuff. I have a never-ending merch collection. I'm constantly going to shows, and I'm always listening to music. So that's the stuff that I'm really posting on there. If that interests you at all, my handle is the same as my YouTube channel, but it is Rachel Reacts. And as I mentioned, it will be in that link tree in the description if you have any interest in following me. As always, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it.